Yeah, so then we have a little bit of the progress. So the progress is the bunker damage. And we're playing it on Parsec, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, let's try something. So we got Parsec. I should be able to host this. Reload. Maybe because you're already on here, and see if people join. So let me try. It's. I guess I'll kick you for a second, and then I'll host Rise and Fall, and I'll have like 7. How many extra seats does it let me have? Public game. Start hosting and see if you can join that.
Start hosting. So where would I go for that again?
See what it shows on your end.
Alright, so it shows computers, which I can connect to you. Then there's an arcade.
It gives me this, which is good. I don't get that on.
Oh, Rise and Fall, 1 out of 8 seats. This one? Is this the one you're referring to? So
yeah. So
I join
see
here.
if you can. Okay.
All right.
Let's allow access. And it's got you. So we'll have to. I should put that on a button.
Can
you move? Okay, it detects your controller now, so we'll have to reload.
Alright.
Because I didn't realize when I was hosting stuff in arcade that random people were joining and then not able to play and then leaving.
Okay.
Oh! Gotta put some cheese balls there. That's less than a second.
Yeah, I just did it just to test it out.
There's like a weird slowdown that's happening on the small now, and I can't figure out where it is. Let me go.
Sure.
Flow bro, can I flow bro over top of this? Yeah. Okay, so it stays out, so I can see.
Okay.
Like what it's considering. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit of the stickiness again. Oh, and I should also have this up so that if somebody is in chat, it doesn't seem like I'm just ignoring them. Sometimes I just forget.
Feels like hockey with this music.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, it feels like the goalie should be like a little bit wider. Even though we made the nets wider for that reason, it feels like it should be more like hockey. But
yeah, we could.
It's also, we gotta get like more precise aiming.
It's to find the balance between them.
Yeah. That's kind of a weird bounce. Fuck.
Nice.
Yeah, we could do an actual in-person tournament. We could grab people from free play. Like people that are just there and be like, hey, do you want to try this?
Oh. Yeah, that's why in person would be so nice, is because like we're all there and then I won't be lagging every other bit.
That's another thing too, is that like I know that I always have the advantage because it's on my, like I have an advantage of it being on my machine. That I'm like, I wanna play where I know it's fair, you know.
Well, there's also like, I remember when you first introduced me to the game and you actually just demolished me straight up. I still remember that when you first like brought me on the team. But I'm like,
did I beat Barry and Edwin too hard last week? I wasn't trying to.
It was last week, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was you and then Edwin and Barry, and and I think I put Barry on my team at a certain point because I was just, you and me were just crushing them, and so I put you with Edwin, and I've got all the angles figured out. Like I know precisely where to hit it to you know, pass to myself. And yeah, if you're hearing that little ding, that's a character respawning in.
Oh, like that?
Yeah.
That bar?
So they just respawn in the middle if they accidentally go underneath. And there's a spot right now that I've kind of fixed that's like here, because it'll sometimes scale you negatively, and so you'll go underneath the mesh and hit the kill box. So I just have to clamp it, but it's only like you have to deliberately do it. So it was Friday. Yeah, so I just did it there. But it did make me think, oh, I can reuse this and make portals. Because that's what a portal is that if you enter this collider, send them to this transform. And the thing that took a little bit of work to figure out was, it's just the way you have to temporarily turn off the character controller so that you can change the transform. And then once I figured that out, you know, it was as simple of code of if player enters this trigger, you know, set his transform position to, you know, 0, and then play a sound so that you can hear it.
If we added portals, that'd be like a fun, like random mix.
Yeah.
Like a mystery box game mode.
And you have to go small to go in, and it'll send you it'll quickly send you from here to the other side.
Oh yeah.
Because that is also like what you should be doing with code is one script and getting it to do a couple different things. So it can be a kill box or it can be a portal.
Could also be a black hole where it like sucks everything in.
Yeah, it could have force on it.
I saw someone join and then leave.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Because when they do, we have to restart, and we have to hear their controller. Okay.
Looked like the name said Pedro, but I don't think it was Pedro. I thought it was him, but like I saw the name flash and then leave, so.
Here, maybe we should go into PBG, and then.
I can just tab out, right? And then.
I think so. Because yeah, technically, I love what Scooper Splat's doing a really good job of getting people in their Discord and getting people to play. It's also because like you have to play with people in Scooper Splat, so you need like groups of people. But I want to start doing that with this now that it's actually possible for big groups. So that if we're doing a playtest, we do it in like PBG and people can join if they want to, or they can watch, you know.
It would be nice to bring people in there too.
Yeah, the damage looks cool.
Oh my god, it's so much smoother in like Parsec.
Yeah, that's good.
Like my connection like falters here and there, but like on
you can raise the frame rate on it. You know, like Parsec has a lot of settings you and me can change, like on the host and the client side.
Oh.
So, you know, this works, but there's technically even better settings. Yeah, I want more ways to hit the ball.
Oh. But yeah, it's just connections on my end. But it's like on Steam, it would just stop. Like like a certain point, and then I would just not be able to see what I'm doing anymore. Because it would freeze. But here yeah, like that. I could have stopped that. I wasn't prevented by the lag. I just wasn't there in time.
Oh. And yeah, those the lift things, if you could angle them. Ooh. Like that looks sick. Yeah, I think when it gets to like 8, I can make it flash, and then it can flash faster.
Yeah. Give it a hectic thing.
Because yeah, until I looked, like, I'm paying more attention to the score now because I looked at my thing and I was like, shit, I must be at, you must be about to win, because mine's almost destroyed, and then I realized it was 9.
Yeah, visual cues.
Mm-hmm. Oh!
Nice. It's a little.
Yeah, there's a little bit of slowness happening on the small sides.
Ooh.
Damn, you won. I gotta pay attention.
Yeah, I've got a little bit. I'm doing a lot better in Parsec for this one.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, it just took me a while to download it on Friday because my brother was downloading the Battlefield beta, I think. But now I got it, so. I don't know why it uninstalled in the first place. I wonder what happened.
I don't know. Like it took me a while to get it working, and then the reinstall worked. Apparently Vic told me to do that, but I don't remember him telling me to do that, or I would have done it. I'm not saying that he didn't. I just don't remember, or I would have just done that.
So Vic is still with us, right? Because I see him in the.
Yeah. He's got full-time. He started. Oh, just connected.
Oh.
Has joined. Hey, now can he hear us? Has disconnected. Oh, PDR 606. Yeah, they join and then disconnect. I mean they can't. Oh, so reset. Yeah, there's that button. Bandwidth limit I've got up. Extra seat 7. Public game chat. And then I can have I can put a Discord link in. It's not letting me paste.
Are they your friends?
These people joining?
Yeah.
No, these are just random seeing it in the arcade.
Oh, okay.
NRGK 5K. I don't know if that will show up afterwards, but then people can technically join in chat. We could jump into PBG just in case somebody does, and I could have like a little thing. Like if they're seeing, like, do you see my controller on the bottom right side, or do you just see the app?
No, I just see the, on the bottom right side there's nothing on my end. I just see like what I'm, you know, like the controls and.
Okay. So it's not showing my screen, it's showing the app specifically.
Okay.
Because it's through through arcade, so I'm only sharing that game. I'm not sharing my computer because it could be randoms.
Nice.
Did I break it? Because I scored right away?
Let me see. The walls are.
No. I didn't break it.
Oh, the walls
yeah, I did
are,
break it. I did break it because the walls aren't going away. I forgot about that.
Where if you do it too fast, it.
Yeah. But the good thing is, we can go pause, restart, and then go 4.
Nice. Perfect.
Yeah, maybe I put the timer as something you can edit in. At some point.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I remember you also tried out that new camera change thing
Yeah.
where like you're looking from goalie perspective.
Yeah, I haven't
Or
put it
like
in the
player
build,
perspective.
like where I haven't put a button on the build yet, but in Unity you can. So like we can play with that, and I haven't done both directions yet. I've just done the one direction, and it does feel jank because all of the you're constantly moving in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
But it's cool to see.
Oh yeah,
There's
it's
definitely
super
a
cool
use
to
for
see.
it. But yeah, we can do that. We just have to. We can't do it in arcade.
That's okay.
Actually, we have to do it where you join. Actually, we can do it in arcade, but we have to make like a new thing, I think.
Yeah, I just wanted to compliment you on that because like it looked really nice.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I mean it's more like NHL. We're trying to get more where you can aim, more precise aim, and getting to see the depth of the left and the right.
Yeah.
Will make sense. So I just rotated. I put another camera where it's tracking. It's doing the same thing, but it's rotated 90 degrees. And yeah, opening up the camera, because yeah, the when we had the field of view wider was kind of cooler.
Mhm.
Oh.
Oof.
I don't know why I lifted there. I should have shot there. And
Oh.
that little block that I accidentally left in the scene, I gave it physics and weight so that it could be like a pushable thing.
Mhm.
So like that's something we could play with in the editor too, as like just an object that you can move around to change things up a bit. Oh, and then it said somebody has joined and then immediately disconnected. And then Tommy has joined, has disconnected.
So is that just the parsec thing?
Yeah, I don't know if that's an error. They're all disconnecting really fucking fast.
Yeah, like. So if we restarted the game, would they be able to jump in? But then they would be disconnecting, right?
They wouldn't be disconnecting if we're restarting.
Or I meant like.
Oh, okay. So I can share. I can share this. I can copy this, and I could put this in stream days, if people want to join. Oh yeah, this is a bit annoying. Here, let's go into the editor. Oops, don't need that. So let's see, extra seats 7, public games start hosting. See if you can join over this.
Your networks. Oh, so you want me to disconnect?
Are you still connected?
It says press Control Alt to disconnect.
Oh, so maybe you are connected. Okay, I hear your controller. So I think Something. No, that was somebody else who connected for a second.
Okay.
Like, I know for sure it works if... I guess because there isn't a game... It might be getting confused because there's no build happening.
Mm-hmm. Error connection was lost to the host. Okay.
Whereas if you join this way, so... Try just joining my computer.
Okay.
Oh, Unity crashed.
Alright.
Okay. At least we get to see the good startup screen. Okay.
You still want me to join?
Yeah, I gotta reopen it though. I mean, you can join at any time. It doesn't matter.
Alright.
Because you're joining my computer physically, which is the most stable.
Every time I'm trying to take a break from Genshin, I get pulled right back in.
Yeah, I like just having a better font and a better logo, and then an actual picture of Unity instead of that dumb effect that was in. Looks a lot better.
Yeah, I like the one that you put.
This stupid bubble.
Connection attempt timed out for some reason.
Try to just join like off of like friends list. Here, I'll turn that off. There we go. And then I'll give you keyboard and mouse.
Alright.
Yeah, like the splash screen should make it feel like you're opening, like you're about to like go on an adventure. Or you're opening like a toolbox of, you know, like you're about to play with some toys.
Yeah.
Something cool. Okay, so actually, I'm gonna go to the washroom 1 second.
Sure.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Or the other. Oh yeah, I have these off in the editor. And I'm gonna go restart. And then I'm gonna turn. Oh no, I deleted it. I've gotta bring it in. So let's pause for a second. Assets. Save stuff. Movable wall. And then. Just something that you can push that's heavy. And this I've got it locked so it won't rotate.
Uh-huh. Oh.
Oh, I guess it's...
up.
Yeah. So now...
Oh wait, I don't think I'm controlling anyone. Unless that's the...
Let's go, what is it, gamepad? Gamepadtester.com. Press some buttons, because that's mine. It looks like it sees yours. Is that you?
Yeah, this one's me.
Okay.
Whoa.
Let's restart.
Yeah, I got 2-ish games in me, and then I'll have to pack.
Yeah.
But I do want to keep playing, cause like.
But yeah, I figured it'd be. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so this also has the wider field of view.
Oh. Wait.
Yeah, that'd be fun to play in editor because we can try some stuff. So let's bring this movable wall in, which I just made as a prefab so it can go anywhere. And now its weight isn't moving like like there's no scripting on it yet, but
yeah,
it's just a rigid body. And I could technically take it and on the rigid body, I could turn the, oh no, I should turn the Z off so that you can push it sideways a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It still feels like it's too light. So mass 50, let's do mass 75. There should also be like a toggle to make the camera focus on
a certain, yeah.
Now, we broke the camera. I don't know if the ball respawned too soon. But
there was like
now,
3 of them at one point.
Okay, so so it's got 2 objects in it because there's 2 balls there's 3 balls for some reason.
Yeah, I thought this was like a new frenzy ball like mode you were testing.
It's probably because stuff was happening as I was changing things.
Ah, okay.
You know, and it threw something off. But as long as this has 1 target in it, it'll be okay.
Alright.
So rock goal arms 75. Let's try like 90. Because it's still like kicking up into the air when I push it. Which I'm not sure what that is. Because it's not tagged as anything.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it should technically be tagged as rocks. And then at least if I impact it, it'll make a sound.
Ooh.
Let's bring that up to like, let's try like 126 weight and see if that makes any difference. It still flies up into the air. Then there's drag. So what's drag? You gonna show me?
Drag is 0.
Oh yeah, I don't need to have that up. So where's this thing gone? Okay, there, it's right there. guess I can technically, let's go ball. Prefab. Cause I just want to fuck around and try some stuff now that we can.
Yeah,
do
that's
this.
fine. Especially because I'm here.
I'm gonna throw a bunch of balls into the scene. Like, are they all over the place? How many do we see here? I mean, where's it spawning them, I guess, is the...
Wow.
And I can't put them in don't destroy... Oh, wait a minute. Is it moving? Yeah, it looks like there's a whole bunch of them, but they just may not be... Oh, they're falling through the ground, okay.
Yeah.
There we go. And I guess the ball that the camera's focused on is through the ground. And so they're chasing after it.
It looks like they're all beating each other up in that area.
So let's get camera. So if I remove that one, oh, I don't think it's gonna let me. I'm just trying, like, if it'll let me have nothing, and then if it'll find another one, so that it'll skip to the other. Let's pause. Oh, and I want to put a thing for, like, slow motion, so that if we want to look at something while playing at a certain speed, so I'm gonna, okay. So I deleted a bunch of those. It detected that there was no ball and then spawned another one, but the camera hasn't grabbed it yet. Because it still has one in its list, so you have to remove that. But if I want to turn vertical camera on, I turn this off. And then vertical camera had, there we go.
Oh.
Where am I?
It says your arrow's like...
Yeah, it says my arrow's on the right side, but I haven't hit a kill box yet.
Wait, now I'm wondering where I am.
Like, it may just be that the arrows are wrong.
It could be, yeah.
Oh, here
But
I am.
also...
I'm here.
Alright, so you're there, but now... Oh! That rock just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, cause it's saying that it's doing math based off the camera being a certain direction. And it's probably based on the other camera that's now not active.
Yeah.
But here, so pretend you're on my team and you're, like, trying to hit the ball forward. Now
okay.
you have to hit it in a different direction then, because it's based off of a different thing. But this is...
Am I hitting it?
I guess you have to hit it right to hit it forward.
Okay. Oh, because it doesn't change on camera angle.
Yeah, it's not relative to your camera just yet. Alright, here I am. So I have to hit it this way to hit it forward. Or do I have to hit
turn
down?
right to go left?
Yeah. And that's why I'm moving up and down.
So we're hitting it onto blue.
Yeah.
Goal?
Because
Okay.
I didn't make a reverse of it yet.
Oh no.
And I guess, yeah, you'd need that goal to go invisible. But it's a cool angle.
Hey, my buttons are like kind of syncing up though. Or not buttons, the walking. Like I can walk forward, backward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that's relative. The aiming isn't.
Yeah, the aiming, yeah. If it's focused straight on the middle with this camera angle, great. It's great.
It goes a little bit too left and right, and that's because that's because we told it to. You know, we have to tell it. We have to tell it to either just move up or down.
Yeah.
But you know, we've told it keep the camera in the middle of the frame.
I think what's also really nice is that since we didn't just make one side of the arena, like we have like a whole seating arrangement. If people want to do this angle, we have it like already there. Like you just choose the angle you're comfortable with, and then
because eventually people will be playing like by themselves in a match of 5v5 or 6v6, and this is probably the best angle for seeing the net and going boom. You know, you got a good height. Shows off the bunker damage. When we reload the scene, it'll probably reset stuff.
Alright.
Because this doesn't have Game Manager in it, and it's not plugged into the Game
Ooh,
Manager.
tie.
Oh yeah, we don't have a sudden death either. So it's highlighted on this. Okay. It'll reload the scene. So I'll turn vertical camera on, turn main camera off. There's 2 balls for some reason. There's 3 for some reason.
It went back to the 3 of these.
Oh, maybe... I don't know, I did something. Yeah, so I gotta flick it right to flick it forward. It's a little far, but that's also because it's trying to keep 2 things in frame right now.
In frame, yeah.
And there's like 3 balls.
It's so nice to make like downward shots with this camera angle.
It also made me realize how narrow it is. Like, it's actually a pretty narrow arena.
Oh yeah. You thinking about extending it more, or you're okay with this?
I might if we make use of it. Because you're trading off, you know, like you've got more. You gotta use it right if you're gonna have more space. Because you're technically slowing things down, but it means that you can put more stuff in that will also, you know, hopefully speed stuff up. So. There we go. Oh, you know what else I want to turn on is FPS display. That's good to see.
Do it. Yeah.
It'll be lower because it's in the editor, but it's just nice to know roughly where it's kind of going. Oh,
Yeah.
Now where am I? I'm up here. Nice.
Well,
Yeah, I really like this angle.
it's a nice angle.
You obviously, you can't have it, you know, it's not as fun. You need to have a shader for the other person if they're shooting down.
Yeah.
Or you could split screen it or something, but...
Oh, that one was supposed to go.
He's stuck. Yeah, like it's more, it's still like a little bit janky, but it's generally like more comfortable.
Yeah. It does feel.
What is he doing? Like what is their goalie doing?
What is the end game here?
Okay, I'm getting a feel of aiming not where the ball is gonna go, but offsetting it a bit. We got some damage happening.
Visible damage happening.
It'll be even better when the arms and the hands take damage. Yeah, the goalie is stuck on something.
The pole isn't even in his way, he's just running.
What the what the fuck? What is he doing now?
If we smack him, does he still go there?
And this is nice too, because I can open up, you know, I can open up the scene and actually see what's going on.
Yeah.
So I could check his inspector and see what's going on with him.
I'm glad Parsel's working on my end for next time
so
too.
Happy. on. Oh, too high. So I guess to get the sticks to match the camera, it would need to... I guess that would be in the aim component and the swing component, and it would need to check... It would need to check where the camera is relative to the swing, and... What would the formula for that
be? And this is something you can do.
Yep. Yeah, because it's just, yeah, the code doesn't have a thing where it checks where the camera is, because the camera's always been at the same angle. But it'd be some type of formula. It would check where the camera's rotation, and I guess it would rotate that input based on what the camera's rotation is from the base point. So if the camera is rotated 90 degrees from the original point, it would also rotate those inputs so that they would match.
Yeah.
Like, that's like my general thinking, is that that's how you would do that. Alright, one more.
Yeah, okay, I'll go for one more.
I'm gonna turn that off, turn this on. And it's still just the one camera. No, there's two. Either there's a ball already in the scene, which is probably what it is actually. Probably that I still have one when I dragged it in. And that's probably what's screwing up the AI too, actually, now that I think about it. Because the AI is, the logic for the AI is, where is the goal that I am the goalie of, and where is the ball, and I'm supposed to put myself between that location. So if there's two, it's trying to do both things at once, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be kind of what the logic would be. Is it would rotate that based off of a set point. Because then if the camera's technically like 180 degrees or like 70 degrees, it would take the normal input and then rotate that by 70. But axis input is measured in 1, -1, 1, -1. So how would you rotate that? Oh. Here, just for the sake of getting like the... Let's see what other bomb do we have in here. We've got one. What are these flash bomb particle systems? We've got ball bomb clone. Those are effects. Yeah, these are all effects. So there's only one in scene, it says. Now there's a second. So if I delete that... Oh, so every time that I... So what? Watch, there's two, right?
Yeah, I can see what's happening here.
Yeah. So it's because I guess there was two, and it's running a check every time that it's now, because the ball respawner's job is to check if the ball number is 0 or not. I mean, like, let's see where these two are. They're both in there. Goal handler. I mean, I guess I'm also not completely freezing the game.
Nah, but it's showing
yeah, it's respawning it anyways. So I guess that'd be the first thing is there another... Yeah, because I have... This is the portal that's underneath. So I put it just far enough that it should catch any player that falls out. And, like, it's a box, right? So...
Yeah.
And I didn't want to make it too close, so that if a character... So that, like, it happens when it needs to, but not all the time. So we got this ball. Oh yeah, with the cheese wall. Because it should technically on start, yeah. So it's got the coroutine, move red. Because we want that... If we put it on start, it'll run the cheese walls, but that's a different state, right? Because in here, it's pulling in and waiting 8 seconds, and then... Hang on, let's look at this wait time. Yeah, so that's where it starts, that's where it ends. Waits. Transmission speed 10. Oh well. It's like a ball. Bomb. So there is only one in the scene. So let's see if I... Yeah, it needs an original position. That, I'm pretty sure that doesn't do anything anymore, because it's not... It's not using that old system. Oh, you know what it probably is? Is that this is the 10 seconds where the ball is in the scene but deactivated and then spawned, but then the ball respawner is seeing that there isn't a ball in the scene, so it's spawning a new one, and that's how you're getting more than one happening at once.
Yeah.
And then that's what, oh, wow, that guy's really running around fast.
It's just one ball on the court now, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Right.
Now let's take a look at, let's just pause for a second. I think I can make a timescale slider in experimental, because I think that would be really cool, is to have the game run but at a slower speed if you wanted to check something. So it's the characters, what are the characters under? He's got his AI controller active, that's good. He's supposedly on agent type small, which he should not be. He's got idle state and goalie state. He knows the ball, the red goal. He's got an agent reference. He knows himself. I don't know if that part gets used or not. Might ask Koseb on Monday. Or on, I guess, tomorrow. Stats. Take a look at this quickly. I just want to see move destination. Is that not used at all? It's if you click it.
If I press a button, does it show? Or...
I'm just seeing where that... So that may not even be used in this script. Unless it's used in this. Max update timer. Start state standby. Anyway. Wherever I am. We can do stuff like, if I get out of this. Yeah, it's same with him. Maybe the nav mesh is broken. that's fine. Now I'm just interested. I want to know why he's doing that. Date list. Aim, movement, and swing. If I turn that off for a second. Oops. I pull his whole character over. Now why is his nav mesh agent over there? And why is it so... Isn't it supposed to be medium? Go Sam will know. He'll know like instantly why it's doing that. So I guess what I can do is I'll put a button for the camera switch. It's just I don't want to do another thing where I make two buttons for on and then off. I wanted to do it dynamically. What are those? What are those X's showing me? Oops. So then I've got to go canvas. I don't need top, center, or bottom UI. I don't need the markers. Experimental. And I have first selected on it because it's legacy. We got header. This button, that's an X button. I can technically take that. And camera. Where should it be? There should be a button. Like I've been trying to figure out how to do. So when this button's clicked, game object set active bool. Bool is static. Game object is static. No. No, it should be set active. And I'm going to... Okay. It's just going to get so messy with two buttons that are doing the same thing. We'll have this off, have that on, so we're back to before. Oh, I guess I could... There's a couple ways I could do this. I could have a function... I could have a function where if something is active, deactivate the other one. Let's go Unity button that activates one thing and deactivates another dynamically. If panel got game object, activate hierarchy, panel dot object set false. Else panel dot set active true. Where are the Yeah, it's a very expensive function. Find object with tag. Because I could write a script that's button toggle active, and I'd like it to be usable for everything. So I'm going to open this up. It's going to compile. Going to be using sirenx.odeinspector, using Unity engine.ui, and we're going to make a method. So public void switch objects, or I guess button toggle, and so if I guess you'll have like public game object, and it could be a list, toggle objects, and if I think maybe this is a for loop thing. So let's just go with toggle object 1 and then public game object toggle object 2, and so if toggle 1 object 1 dot it where does it say active in hierarchy, toggle 1 object dot set active false, and then else if 1 object dot active in hierarchy. So if it's not active in hierarchy, toggle object 1 dot set active true. And if it works for one of these, it should work for all. And then I think I put it in a for loop, so for each thing in that list, check if it is active, and if it's not active, make it active, and if it's active, make it not active. And it should only do it once because it's a function call. Because if I can just do simple shit like this, there's a lot of stuff that I can do that I won't have to waste. You know, like Kosam's got enough stuff that he's doing.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a button that will set the camera active, and then we'll put that in the second slot, although there isn't a loop for it yet. But if this works, me pressing that will either turn the camera on or off. based on what it is. And I also didn't connect the button to the function. So that won't work right away. I'm going to have to change it when the scene loads. So I'm going to go F10. And go into game view. So actually, let's just close out, because I'm gonna have to redo it. I'm gonna have to do it twice if I don't do this before.
Okay.
So there's no point in me doing it this way. So we've got this. I'm gonna drag that script in, and it has that reference to the two cameras, and then button toggle active. Button toggle, which is the function. So that means that when I click, it's gonna run those lines of code. And if that works, then I can do that with 2, and then I can put that into a for loop, and we can do lots of stuff. Because I don't have to be making these dumb on-off buttons. I can just make one. So we've got main cameras active. I'm going to go into experimental and click that. No cameras are rendering. Camera is rendering. And if I show in the scene here, off, on, off, on. Perfect. So that's the first step. For loop. Actually, before I do a for loop, I'll do... You don't need those. So we've got the second one. It doesn't need to pass anything through the envelope. Technically, okay, so the shitty way to do this is just make this 2, make this 2, make this 2, but do that first and then make it into a for loop. So that's 2, and make sure that that works. So what's happening? Let's see here. I probably wrote it wrong. And that's why it's good to do that first before I do a for loop, because I've maybe done like 1 or 2 for loops. So if the second one's active in hierarchy, make it false, and if it's not, set it to true. So something about that's not right. I'm pressing the button. If this is active, make it inactive. If that's active, make it inactive. For each click. It's only pulling it on a toggle click. So I'm going to have the hierarchy open as I do this. So I'm going to pause. We've got main cameras active. And what happens in the hierarchy when I click this first? Vertical camera. And now they're both inactive. Why is that? That's also a bit interesting. No cameras rendering. So it worked the first time. You know, now I can do this. I can turn that on. So it's in the second state. So something with my logic is wrong. Wait. I'm doing this twice. I already had code for those two. Oh, so I did do this wrong. 1, 1, and then those should be 2, 2. That's the mistake I made. So it's basically 4 states. If 1 is active, make it inactive. If it's inactive, make it active. And then if 2 is active, make it inactive. If 2 is inactive, make it inactive. And then if this works, I can turn that into a for loop. And at the very least, if I have 2 things, that's usable. I could probably tag this as... what is it? Software and game development save.
Alright.
Perfect! Multifunctional button.
Nice.
So, GitHub. Scripts, UI experimental. Made a script for buttons to toggle between 2 things being either active or inactive. Works for 2 things. Which is a start. What else did I change? Bunch of assets that don't matter. Oh, I guess I didn't push that either. So then also prefabbed bunker damage for red side, added to blue and changed color. Basically, bunker damage will auto update. And technically, it shouldn't be a button, it should be a toggle, and it should be calling that function. Because then it'll actually be correct. So that's probably the next step. So we've got this UI, this pause menu, so this button here should technically be another toggle. So I'll take this toggle, put it here, P5 toggle, and this will be camera toggle. And yeah, I don't know why the text is so weird, but so let's just put this here. We can just make it gray. It's not really assigned to a player. And then the label should say camera. For whatever reason, Can't move the label? Okay. Text. It's like orient it left. Put it here and then rich text. Best fit? No. It just looks really shitty. Not raycastable. Bold. Why is this a problem with Unity? Making text like this. So this looks gray, that's fine. It's a camera toggle. So we're going to take this and button toggle active. On value change, boom, button toggle active, button toggle, and then we'll drag those cameras in. And let's see if I can do that. There we go. Because that makes more sense, to at least put it on a toggle.
Yeah.
Than this. So, that's good, that works. Toggle button active. You are a text node on. And then this button we don't need anymore. And we can use that exact same script for AI. We can eventually refactor that code and put it into a script. Because it's so small, it doesn't really need to be... Although it's not running an update loop, so it doesn't really matter. It's kind of just how we want, like what makes the most sense for us, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm getting a bit hungry. Just seeing what I have in my fridge.
I go for one more and then I gotta pack.
Okay. We got that as a toggle. Oh. Don't need that button. Camera toggle. It still doesn't really make sense because it's just camera check on and off, but at least you're getting a bit of feedback. So let's see. Experimental, camera.
Oh, there I am.
It may create two balls again, now that I think about it. No, it didn't.
Nice. Nice
Goalies
shot.
are still broken. And yeah, we started making the like pseudocode for if you're aiming.
Mm-hmm.
So I was telling him about how with NHL, like whenever you shoot, it takes wherever your aim is on the left stick and makes that the aim for the net. So you press like left stick up and then forward to shoot, and you'll aim for the left stick.
Oh.
So that you could be here, and and you could say I'm gonna go top corner, and at the same time that you're flicking, you're aiming to the left.
Yeah. For the aiming, it's still like you guys are still figuring out some stuff.
Yeah, we started writing the pseudocode for it, and then Kosem had to go like last Wednesday. But I was basically showing him like exactly how it's set up in NHL, because I was saying like I know this pretty well. Like this can work, and this is kind of how I always pictured it working, and it'll work better when you're actually able to grab the ball.
Yeah.
But he's kind of showing me like where we would put it in the component system.
Mm-hmm.
And you would see on the net where your aim would be.
Precise aiming. Cool. And you got stuff done today too, with the camera and stuff, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we got a playtest going. New button.
Yeah, that toggle I can use for a lot of stuff.
Perfect. Nice.
Yeah, I really like this angle.
Ooh. Oh, it went back.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, that damage is cool.
It's nice to look at it. And we're going for like every 2 points damage, more damage up here.
Yeah.
Seriously, these are some nice rocks, especially the formations. Imagine the progress we make when we work on the game full time completely.
Or even paid part time. You know, where whatever it is, whatever the next kind of step is.
Oh yeah. No, but it's just like, look at the progress we've made. Like,
there's going to be a big point too where like the scale is going to jump up really quick because we're going to have, you know, like with a game manager in where we can set a bunch of things. Like all of a sudden there's going to be like a bunch of, like, you know how like it's easy for Scuba Splat to create a bunch of modes and change those things because it's all in a manager. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's the point we're going to be getting to, like. Yeah. Yeah, it was nice.
Go ahead.
It's just nice playing today too, since like I'm not sure about tomorrow. Because the next time I'll see everyone will be Thursday and Friday again. So it's nice to see what's happening, and just nice to see the camera toggle too today.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll now be in the build.
Heck yeah. Still a semi-rest day, but we still got progress. Should be proud.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do my best with the CMF.
Nah, I believe you will. No doubt in my mind. It's just so nice, like just seeing progress week by week. Something is like new, something is added.
Yeah.
Or maybe someone made something. It's just really good to see.
Yeah, and it's nice putting out those Friday patches because, like, getting to see the history, and then being caught up at the end of the week with a build that people can technically, you know, go ahead and try.
Yeah.
Bing, bing.
And bing, that one guy who keeps looking at our updates.
I guess. I think he put. Yeah, painless entertainment or so.
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't totally matter where I put the so bunker damage is handling, it's getting the score, and it is it's setting a bunch of things, so that I think that's you. So let's just like close that for a second. Oh yeah, it's in arena, because I tried to group all this stuff together. So oh no, I'll still want UI.
Oh yeah, Dave, I'll let you disconnect me because I don't want to accidentally write something on your head. I think when I tabbed, it tabbed you.
Yeah, well I can just turn that off, and then you don't have mouse and keyboard, and that's probably better.
Okay, nothing's in the
what you need is public game object UI score.
Yeah.
And then I would using dg.tweening, and because the score is like UI, top UI, score clock, and then it's on the countdown. It's all legacy. Okay, so time counter. So I could make where you could enter in your own timer. Or I could make where it flashes red. So it would need to get reference to, this has blue, bluebird, and it's got the slider beside it, and then the blue score, which, okay. So it's this. Because this is getting updated, and you'd be changing that color. So I think I would UI score text might be an appropriate thing. So each side will have a UI score text. And then if the score is 8 or 9, in this set level 3, UI score text dot what do I have for tween? UI score text dot text Do I have to get it as a? It's probably not as a game object, unless I go dot get component text. And I think I need to be getting using Unity engine.ui.
Mm-hmm.
And be going get component text. Yeah, there we go. Dot text. And then dot tween color can tween these types of values. Dot do color dot color, because it's going to go into the text color. How do I write this? UI score text dot get component text dot. Or do I go public text UI score text and make this UI score and then UI score text? I don't know if it matters. UI score dot get component text dot. Okay, so I read it as UI text dot color. Unless I go dot color, I can write it like that too. Because I'm saying when it's level 3, do UI score text. I mean, first of all, so that doesn't make an error. Score text dot do color, and then it takes in the color, the two colors and the color options. So I'm saying tween it between, and there's probably a duration, yeah. Just ignore that. I wasn't on Pirate Bay. Color green between the camera's background color, audio source, audio mixer, light, material, move, path, rigid body, sprite renderer, transform, rotate, scale, punch, bundable tweens. Okay. Do color. Can I go red? No. I want to go red. No. Red's not an acceptable color. I guess to make it even simpler, let's just change it to .color red. No. Or do I write it equals red? Unity change text color in script. .color equals color.gray. Okay. So that's how you change it. Red. So this will we'll do. This is progress, because at level 3, it will set the color of the UI text to red, and then we can tween it afterwards.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's progress.
Awesome.
Yeah, this like fundamental stuff that gets frustrating because you're like, how can I not do this? But if you get the you get the fundamentals down, and then you just add a step to it. So this is the fundamental of going into a script and changing a certain thing. So this is red bunker. I don't need that, I just need the text. So the red bunker score would be getting the score from the blue side. Don't need to update that, I just need to grab this text. And then this one, which is the blue, and I know the naming's not right. So red bird, red score. Oh boy, that is really sloppy how I did that. Okay, red score. Technically, I could put it into that as well. Now let's see what happens. And because we can update the score with buttons, this won't take as long. It did change. So that works. And
nice. Oh.
it doesn't look good, but the function of it works.
But function works.
9, 9. And then 10 it'll go away because I haven't set it for 10. Oh, never mind. Never mind, it does. So, bunker damage. Added, made the goal text go red when you hit 8 goals. Tweener core. That's what I'm not sure. Is it graphic and color dot red? I think was, and then 1F. And so if I use that code instead of this should fade it to red, and then it'll probably stay at red. But that's kind of the next step.
Toward that.
So over 1 second, it should change the color of that text to red. Okay, so it didn't do it immediately because the time scale was 0. That's fine. That won't happen in game. So that works, and it's now 8. So we want it to go to red, and I guess the next step of this is to go color.white, and we'll just make sure that works. Because it'll go red and then white. And maybe it needs to be in the update loop, because these are all just happening one time. Or oh, let's see. So experimental, bump, bit, and then when we play, it looks like it's doing both at the same time. So what you do for that is there's a little bit of code that I wrote for the ball. So public void set 3. And so, so in the update loop, so it's not alternating between them. So these need to go into a coroutine like, what was the script that I did it on? Oh, it's on the ball. Because it basically created the problem of, it's this one here. Tween ball impact surface. And same thing as when you swing. So when it hits a surface, I guess it's tween, my tween. Oops. So we're going to go start coroutine. And then UI color change. And then there's no function for that, obviously, so public IE enumerator. UI color change. And it's going to be tween my tween equals this, and then yield return my tween dot wait for completion, and then it's going to do the second line. And those are commented out. So if this works, it will tween from red to white and then black back, but it won't loop yet. Because Dotween has a thing that waits until an animation or like a tween has happened before it'll do another thing. Because what happens with the ball stretching is that if I don't reset the size back to 1 after every swing, the ball will reset to like 1.01 each time that it hits, and then eventually the ball will get like progressively bigger. So after every swing, I wait until the animation is done, and then I set the animation back to the size back to 1 every time over like a second, so you don't notice it, and it makes sure that the ball never starts to grow really big.
All right.
Just got this paused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tween to red, tween to white. I guess it's doing it over and over and over again.
Like flashing.
Which is kind of, and it's a little bit different. Like, see how it?
Yeah.
Because I guess it's at 72. Oh yeah, it does that sometimes. It doesn't actually create an error, but it says that there's no score, but that's always active. I don't know why it's not seeing that. Okay, so as long as it is at state here, it's going to do that color change. And then let's do wait for seconds. We'll just do like 2F. Wait, it's yield, return, new, wait for seconds. I don't know why you have to rate it that way, but that'll put a pause after it does those things. And let's also put that in between there. Oh, this also doesn't have that line again. Wait for completion, wait 2 seconds. Ding, 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 ding. And this is nice because I can share the screen with you and you could hear.
Yeah. Like the music?
Yeah. I always feel bad when I'm sharing the screen and I can't have you also have the sound. This is pretty nice. So let's run this.
The sounds are fun.
So it's at 8. It's immediately red. And it's still doing that kind of flashing. So let's see. So every frame, it's going to tween whatever color it is to red. It's going to wait till that is done. And then it's going to wait 2 more seconds. And then tween that color to white. Wait until it's done. And then wait 2 seconds. So let's do debug.log. Tweened to red. I don't know if this will help, but... And then debug log, we tweened to white. I guess it'll show us like how quickly it's firing off.
Mm-hmm. All right, Dave. I think I gotta head out now.
Okay. All right.
But
Take it easy.
yep. I'll see you and everyone Thursday and Friday.
Okay. Sounds good. See ya.
All right. See you. Thanks, Dave.
Let's see. Experimental 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Red. And then it's flashing. Oh, I don't want. So it's constantly going to white? Is the 1F just like too fast or something? Like 2F, 2F. Definitely should take a break in a minute, but 8. We got red. And then it's doing this long loop. So that's what's interesting, is that it holds red for a second. Unless it's because... Oh, you know what it is? I know what it is. It's, so tween, it's this line. So, tween, my tween 2 equals. And then it should be waiting for my tween 2 to be complete. That's why it works and then it doesn't work. Okay, so let's see. shouldn't matter. Yeah, the timer shouldn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Red. So it's still doing the flashing. It's still happening way too fast. There's something about this that's not right. Wait for completion. Now we're waiting. Oh, but it's also pushing those debug logs. No, it's not. It's not double doing it because only one of the two sides is red, or is at 8. So that's not an issue. Okay, I think it might be constantly calling the coroutine, or that it's calling it too fast because it's in the update. Five, 6, 7, 8. Red. I could technically put it in an animator, but then I have to have an animation for. Yeah, I might as well do it with code. Yeah, so it is still doing that a lot. Oh, do I need to put a return? So that it just does it the one time? I have no idea if, actually it may have already given me an error. Where I can't put a... 237, 3, convertible, use yield return, statement to return, or yield break to end the iteration. Okay, so maybe it's yield break. Probably I just don't know coroutines. Let's see what that does. And then, geez, it's 5 now. I should be making dinner. Let's heat it up for some shepherd's pie. That's easy, although that takes spikes a little bit. Bake 375. Seven, 8. Red. So it's in the coroutine so that 2F, 2 color, so float duration, text do end value, and then duration. And then wait for it to stop. And then wait 2 seconds, and then wait. Let's just do Unity coroutines. Oh, this is literally what we're looking at. Switch over sequence of frames to show the... So for float, ft equals 1f ft. So I'm just declaring 3, where ft is 1 greater than 0, and ft is added. Subtract ft from 1. The color C, renderer.material.color CA equals 8. For like a proximity check. So for int I equals 0, I greater than enemy's length, I plus plus. Vector 3 distance, transform position, enemy's I. Return false. To call it every 10th of a second, wait for seconds. For so let's try this. I'm just going to comment that part out and go. 4. Proximity check, yield return, wait for seconds. Oh, so I put that in another function and go public void color change. I could probably even cut that out for now, and then just change that to red over 2 seconds, and then wait for 2 seconds, and then change that to white, and then wait for 2 seconds, and then for length blank color change. And then yield, return, new, wait for seconds, 2F. Let's see what that does. Okay, so public color change. Oh, because it's not in a, right. So, change it to red. Then wait for 2 seconds. And it should just do it every 2 seconds. I'm getting a little confused, actually. It's probably time to eat, to be honest. Yeah, I'm good for a break. I'm gonna jump off for a bit.